So, what's going on? Um, Probably already know who I am because you're looking at my YouTube page, but Brandon underscore B underscore God. My real name is Brandon Bellamy. I'm just going to talk about my sensory deprivation tank experience today that I actually thought was really relaxing. I did a lot of research on it before I went and actually done it, and it was pretty cool. A lot of people say they were having hallucinations and all this type of stuff like that. I felt like I was kind of going that way, but it really wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be. I felt like me myself, I feel like I can control a lot what goes on up in my head. So I know if I ever got that far as like a crazy hallucination, I can change it myself. But my actual experience was I'm in Okinawa, Japan. I went to the facility here, and it's a really small facility. They only have one tank in there, so probably the only one here on this island. So I went in there. Obviously, you have to shower before you go in there. Even though I took a shower right before I went there, you have to shower before you go in there. Wash your hair and stuff like that. So I got inside of the tank, and there's a light inside of the tank that you can control yourself, and there's a button that was in the tank that you can also just hit, so you can have some assistance coming there. The people come and help you out if you're scared or something like that. So I lay down in the tank, and like as soon as I lay down, I turn the light off inside of the tank, and my mind just started racing everywhere. I started thinking about everything. I started thinking about filming. I started thinking about money. I started thinking about my family, all that type of stuff. And I'm just sitting there and just thinking and thinking. And then eventually I started thinking about how dark it is in there, and how it felt like it was kind of hard to breathe because it was so warm inside of there. And it was basically like sitting inside of a water sauna, but just a really weak one. And so I'm just like chilling there, just thinking about how dark it is. And eventually my mind just was like, is this what death feel like? Because like I'm just sitting there with consciousness, but my mind, well, I can't see anything. I'm conscious and can't smell anything. Don't smell any type of like the salt or anything like that. Can't smell my scent. Don't smell anything. All I can do is hear myself breathing and see darkness. So it felt like this is probably what death feels like, maybe. So after that stopped going through my head, I relaxed a lot, and like I fell asleep, or at least I think I fell asleep. I probably passed out or something because I couldn't breathe. I don't know. So I guess I fell asleep, and when I woke up, I could see everything. Like the tank was still dark, but I could see the inside of the tank. Like for some reason, I got night vision out of nowhere, and so I can see everything. Like the lights were on, and then like 4 seconds later, it just faded back to black. And then so I'm like looking around in the tank, just looking around, and then I started seeing like green stars, like tiny stars, like if I was actually looking up at the sky that size. So I started seeing like tiny green stars popping up above me, and like lines going through those stars. And then like 2 seconds later, it just went away, like a cloud went over me, and it just disappeared. So I'm just sitting there in the dark, and then my mind started racing again. I started thinking about stuff. Started thinking about how I probably should have went to the bathroom before I went in there, but it really wasn't affecting me a lot. Um, so I'm just sitting there chilling, and then I feel like I like go to sleep or black out or something like that again. And this time when I wake up, I feel like I'm elastic, like I can stretch and contort my body. So I'm just really, really loose. So I started leaning my head to the left, and I feel like this is my torso, this is my legs, and I feel like my body just came together like this. And it didn't hurt or anything like that. It just felt like it was totally normal, like I've been doing this all my life. So I turned my head to the right, and it straightened up. And then, like, this is the right side, and it closed up again like this. And then I turned my head back to the left, and then my body straightened up. And then after that, I felt like I stuck my arms out, and my arms felt like they stretched as far as I could think. They were just stretching and stretching. And then I stopped thinking about stretching my arms, and then they came back. And then after that, I just was like, I've been here, felt like I've been here for like 3 hours. I went there for a 2-hour session, and I felt like I was in there for more than 2 hours. And so I was just like, I'm done relaxing, I'm done floating. I got stuff to, I feel like I had something to do, so I just like, I'm gonna get up and leave. So I went to go turn the light on. I knew it was on the right side because the lady who was over the facility, she was like, make sure you press the button on the right if you want to turn the button on, the light on, and not the button on the left. Because if you press the button on the left, you're butt ass naked in there, and if you press the button on the left, I'm gonna come in there, and it's gonna be weird. So I was like, make sure I press the button on the right to turn the light on. So I went, stretched my arm, kind of waved it around a little bit to try to see if I can feel the button. Feeling around for this button that's supposed to be on my right side. So I'm like, this tank isn't that big. This tank's gotta be like 8 feet by like 5 feet, which is big, but not too big because I'm like almost 6 feet tall. So I should be able to stretch out and feel everything around me. So I'm like trying to sit up in the tank and feel the roof and feel the bottom, and I don't feel anything. So I'm like feeling around, still trying to feel this wall, and nothing's there. So immediately I feel like I'm in the middle of the ocean, and it's pitch black night, and my mind just put me in the middle of the ocean. And it's mainly probably because I live on an island, but I feel like I was in the middle of the ocean. So I'm just like, I'm in the middle of the ocean, and I cannot get out. How did I get here? So like I'm like swimming, trying to find this button inside here. I'm like swimming inside of the tank, and like after swimming for like 5 minutes, I finally find the button, and I press the button, and the lights come on, and I'm like, yes, I'm not in the ocean. So after I turn the lights on, I try to sit up, and my body just feel like it's like double the weight of what I actually am, and it's really heavy. I can't really sit up, and the water is not like deep or anything like that, so it's just really weird. So eventually I was able to sit up, and I tapped the door open, and when I stepped out of the tank, I felt super light. I felt like my body was lighter than a feather. So they're still off in a closed off room or whatever. I got a tank, and I showered off, got all the salt off my hair, my body, and paid for my session and left. And it felt like everything outside was super vibrant. I felt like my eyes worked better. I don't know why. If everything was HD, it went to Ultra HD. It was crazy, and still was super relaxed. after I'm still super relaxed now. So that's basically my experience with the sensory deprivation tank. I'm definitely going to be going again just to see if I can get a different outcome, maybe a better outcome. I want to say that this experience was bad. I think it was really awesome and great and relaxing. Just really weird and different, but definitely gonna do it again here in Okinawa. So I'll put the link to the place I went to in the description, and peace.